This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It is Tuesday, November 6th, 2018. Election Day is finally here, and that means no more mailers and robocalls after 8 p.m. tonight. And for that, I am thankful and I am psyched. This is John Frenay, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Annapolis police had a stabby weekend last weekend. 3 separate cases, in one in the 100 block of Silipana Road on Friday evening at about 6 p.m. Jesus Hernandez Garcia, 24, assaulted an adult female and the family dog. The assault began when Hernandez Garcia grabbed the victim's hair and started punching her. Then he grabbed a glass bottle and tried to strike her in the head. The family dog tried to move in between the victim and Hernandez Garcia, and he grabbed a folding knife and stabbed the dog in the neck. The victim was treated at an area hospital. The dog was cared for by Anne Arundel County Animal Control, but later died of his injuries. Hernandez Garcia was arrested and charged with first and second degree assault, reckless endangerment, aggravated cruelty to animals, and animal cruelty. He's being held at Jennifer Road without bond. Saturday at 10 a.m., officers went to Spa Road, the unit block of Spa Road. An adult male victim said that Jamie Stevens, 34, grabbed a kitchen knife and slashed him in the thigh and the hand. She did leave the scene. Police did locate her in the 1100 block of Madison Street. She was charged with attempted murder, first and second degree assault, and possession of a dangerous weapon with intent to injure, and she is being held at the Jennifer Road Detention Center without bond. And in the third stabbing, around 1:30 a.m. on Sunday, in the 300 block of Bloomsbury Square, a verbal argument ensued between a male and a female of the residence. Another female in the residence, Paris Kuntz, 22 of Annapolis, threw a shoe at the male subject, and then she grabbed a knife and began stabbing at both his arms, causing several lacerations. She was arrested and charged with first and second degree assault and is also being held at Jennifer Road without bond. Wow. What is it with the knives and the stabbings? Anne Arundel County Police had a very unfortunate incident yesterday morning. The news came out just after we released the daily news brief. At about 5:17 a.m. yesterday, officers were trying to serve an extreme risk protective order, which is an emergency petition under the red flag law, at 103 Linwood Avenue in Glen Burnie, and that's in the Ferndale section, against Gary Willis. Willis answered the door holding a gun. He placed the gun next to the door, and when officers began to serve Willis, he became irate, opened the door, got the gun again. The officer made an attempt to take away the gun fired, and when the gun fired, a second officer on scene fired their service weapon, striking Willis and killing him. He was pronounced dead at the scene, and he has been transported to the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner for an autopsy. Police are asking anybody that may have any additional information to give their homicide unit a call at 410-222-4731. In another way of looking at the opioid crisis here, Annapolis city officials, including Mayor Gavin Buckley and Kevin Simmons, who is the director of the Office of Emergency Management, are considering giving drug users a test kit to check their drugs for fentanyl and other opioid derivatives. It does have the buy-in of Police Chief Scott Baker and Fire Chief David Stokes. And these strips are similar to the litmus test strips we used to have in high school or elementary school chemistry. Basically, they're asking the users to take a very small amount of their drugs, typically heroin, place it in a cup of water before they inject it, and place the small paper strip in there to see whether it is pure or not. Kits are costing about $1. They're not sure how they get them distributed. It's really a needed thing because the city has seen 113 heroin overdoses as of October 23rd, and 9 of those have been fatal. I don't know whether Amazon is trolling or just playing games with their HQ2. Now, Amazon says they intend to split the planned 5 billion, 50,000 worker second headquarters campus between 2 cities. The Wall Street Journal reported it yesterday afternoon, citing a person that was familiar with the matter. Over the weekend, the Washington Post reported that Amazon was in advanced discussions to establish it in Crystal City, Virginia. It will be interesting to see what the cities that get this do with the tax incentive packages each of them offered based on the larger single HQ2 headquarters. That is about it for the top news today. Please make sure you're checking out Eye on Annapolis throughout the day because we do update it throughout the day as stories come in. You want to make sure you get out and vote. And if you are a subscriber to this podcast, and I do believe you should be, it is free, so it doesn't cost you anything. Just search for Eye on Annapolis on Apple Podcasts and Google Play. We released our thoughts on the winners and the losers in today's election. So if you're interested in our thoughts on that, and we covered all the races in Anne Arundel County, give us a subscription. You can download it there and listen to it. It's about 20 minutes long, and we give you our reasoning behind our thoughts, but not our endorsements. And also, listen a little bit later, we're going to throw a piece in there. We're having a special episode of the Maryland Crabs on Thursday. We're going to be talking about the Market House. We're going to be recording it live from the Market House in Annapolis starting at 6:30. So if you're free, come on down, say hello, and give us your thoughts on the Market House. That is it. Hang tight. We've got George Young with your local DMV weather forecast coming right up right now.
Hi, Kristen Fleckenstein here. For 20 years, I served as the communications director for the state's attorney's office. I know it takes someone with strength and integrity to lead the office. 4 years ago, voters overwhelmingly elected Wes Adams. He took over an office that had become dysfunctional and lacked trust. Our communities wanted better than what Ann Lightus had to offer. Wes overhauled the office, instituted training for staff, and worked with Governor Hogan to upgrade technology. The results are lower crime rates and safer communities. This race is too important to be based on partisan politics. It's about who will do the job best. That's why County Police endorsed Wes Adams and why he has my vote. As a lifelong county resident and registered Democrat, I'm confident Wes will do what's right for our families. Join me and vote Wes Adams for state's attorney.
Authorized by Friends of Wes Adams. John Spencer, Treasurer.
I think I can safely say that the latest iteration of the Annapolis Market House is a hit. I love it. I know Tim loves it. Well, with beer and all, that was kind of a given, but everyone really seems to dig it this time around. What do you think? We're recording a live podcast on Thursday, November 8th at the Market House, and we want to hear from you. Come on down and say hello, say a few words about the Market House, and have a beer or two. Tim and I will be there at 6:30 along with our favorite foodie, Kara, from the Annapolis Fork, and all that's missing is you. So come on down and say hello this coming Thursday, November 8th, 6:30 p.m. at the Annapolis Market House. We'll see you there.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Tuesday, November the 6th. Another day of rain ahead with PM storms today, some of which could turn severe as another cold front moves in from the west with a strong low pressure to the northwest, which will bring warm, breezy conditions to the region for the day with temps in the upper 60s to mid 70s. After the storms pass, we'll see sunshine Wednesday and Thursday, then it's more rain on Friday, followed by a sunny and much cooler weekend with highs maybe upper 40s and lower 50s. Okay, that's it for today. Be sure to follow us on dmvweather.com anywhere, anytime, and also on our free app at DCMDVA Weather so you can always stay weather informed. And you can also catch our updates on Twitter and Facebook. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Be safe out there as you get out to vote today. And remember, whatever the weather outside, have fun and be safe.
Imagine your child saying, "Guess what I learned in school today?" At St. Andrews, it happens every day. We asked teachers why.
Our innovative educational approach spans indoors and out with challenging academics that inspire and engage.
In our small classes, we are able to find the learner in every child, from preschool to 8th grade.
See for yourself as St. Andrews hosts an open house at its Edgewater campus, Friday, November 9th from 9 to 11 a.m. or call 410-266-0952 today.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.